Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today is thrifting day. Yes, that's right, I said thrifting. I haven't been thrifting in a long time. Well, that's a lie. I went actually last week, but it was so bad I couldn't even record. I guess I'm just too picky when it comes to thrifting. So what do I look for when I go thrifting? For vintage, especially vintage holiday items, vintage decor, and then vintage shirts or other things that strike my eye that I think are unusual and that I can resell. I've never come across ephemera at a thrift store. Maybe today will be my lucky shot. So let's go to Goodwill and see what thrifting we can do for vintage and ephemera finds. Oh my god, it's totally 80s. Is it real? So, recap, as always, first things first, I finally found I guess you could call it ephemera, or an actual old photograph at Goodwill. I've had many people comment that at their local thrift store, Salvation Army, Goodwill, they come across old postcards, all sorts of ephemera, and I've never found it. Until today, that is. This beauty, it was 97 cents. Let me see. I can take it out of the frame. So it is an old photograph of an older couple. Oh goodness. There's no name or anything on the back, but for 97 cents, I cannot leave them there because this would be my first piece of, you know, ephemera or vintage photographs that I found. They'd be good to put out on Halloween. I like her outfit. And he looks like he's like, take this picture and move on. So that was a good find. I was really surprised to see that. Surprised and happy. So I will add this to my collection and remember it as my first Goodwill vintage photograph. Hopefully many more. Perhaps before I go and film, I should, you know, put out there what I want to find, like Goodwill. I've never found a vintage aluminum Christmas tree, and maybe I will find one for like $5. That'd be great. I have two, but you can never have enough. They're aluminum, or the pom-pom trees is what they also call them. So what else did I find? I found this, which you saw me looking. This was in the costume area. So this is a Trachen dirndl. This is Rome, made in Tyrol. And it's a Swiss Alps German dress. When I looked them up on eBay, most of these were the fake Halloween costumes of like the beer garden ladies, what the women would wear at the beer gardens. So you have, you know, the square kind of cut top with the green and the white. But this is an authentic one. It looks, you know, it has a Victorian style to it with the front buttons. It was $9.99, and they go for a decent amount online. I used to volunteer at a historic site, and we would have to dress in period clothing. We kind of had liberty though, so this I probably could have worn there. Now, when I was folding it, I felt something in the pocket. I didn't take it out because I wanted to do it on camera. It kind of feels like lipstick, but let's just see what it is. Where's the pocket at? In here. Oh, it's on this side. No. Banaka concentrated breath spray. I will not be using this. Darn it. I should check the other pocket. I don't know. So, a freebie, no thank you. But this was a nice dress. Then you saw the 80s dress. I did not buy that. It didn't fit all the way in the back. I couldn't zip it up all the way, and most likely because of working out. Those, I forget the name of on the label. They do sell online, but for me, listing that clothing and measuring, and then people asking questions, what if you miss a stain? I don't really bother with that. But it was a great looking dress if I had an 80s party to go to, and I could get that back zipped up, then I most likely would have purchased it, because I think that was maybe $10 too. But it was fun to try on. Oh, and that's another thing. My apologies for the filming at Goodwill. Goodwill just plays their music so loud, and so I had to like minimize the volume. And I'm not one at Goodwill, when I go around, I don't talk out loud. Every place else I talk to myself, but it seems that thrift stores I don't. And then I know some people do voiceovers as they're going through, but my filming isn't that great. Like, I don't, you know, concentrate on some items, so I couldn't do that. But I will try and perfect that for the next time I go to Goodwill. I also picked this up. Why not? It looks like Martha Washington. If any of you know this pattern, it's funny. The local auction this week, they actually have, it's another, you know, porcelain piece, and it has this lady on it. I don't think I'll be able to go to that auction because that would be neat to see what it would go for. But it has a crazing. There's no label on it or maker's mark, and it was $2.97. So if any of you know the name of this pattern, please let me know in the comments below. If it's not worth anything, I could either put it out for Halloween, or even, you know, if it is Martha Washington, for any of the patriotic holidays. For Halloween, they're starting to have their Halloween stuff out. My Goodwill, usually any holiday, they put all the holiday stuff right in the front when you walk in, and then occasionally they'll sprinkle it in the back. But there were a decent amount of the pumpkins. I picked this one up. It was 97 cents. Leominster, Massachusetts, AJ Renzel Corporation, because of the back. I don't know if you can see, it says trick, treat, and then it has the cat, and then the pumpkin faces. I don't have one like this. And, you know, there's not a Kmart or Walmart sticker on the bottom. That's what you have to watch out for. The ones that are available at Walmart, they can look older, but they're not. If you find them at Goodwill, they usually have, you know, the Walmart or the barcode sticker on them. But this one is a keeper. I will add him. For those that do come across these pumpkins, and you're like, what the heck am I going to do with them? There are plenty of things you can do. You could use them for trick-or-treating, or you can line your outside steps if they're subject to the weather. I would be just a little bit concerned about if it would do any damage to the paint on the pumpkin, but you could always line them on your interior steps if you have nice wide steps, and put the battery operated flickering candles inside. That gives it a nice look. You can put it on your windowsill. Heck, you could even put it in your bathroom, maybe have some little hand towels coming out of it. All sorts of different ways that you can use these in your decor. I also picked up this. This is a nice Halloween tablecloth. I don't know if it has a maker on it, but it's in good shape. You know, it does have the fading of the black, but that's to be expected. I would say this is probably from maybe the 90s. I don't have that many Halloween tablecloths, so I will keep this. This was $4.97, big into the 97s. Now, you know, if I wanted to, you could even make this into curtains. Probably even just use it as a type of throw over your couch because it is big enough. But, you know, a nice Halloween, older Halloween tablecloth you can never go wrong with. And I don't come across them that often, so I had to pick that up. The odd pickup of the day was this. There's lots of glare on this. There. Well, that's what we're gonna have to do. I'm not super fond of the frame, but the image I thought was interesting. At first when I saw it, I was like, is that a spaceship? A rocket ship? It reminded me somewhat, maybe if I put over here, there's gonna be a glare. Epcotish. But I just liked it. I like how it looks. I like the coloring. It's hand done. It's number 6 of 7. 1984. I don't know if you can see the name on there. It looks like M.A. Zolpa. I have to figure out if that's a Z or a B or a P. Let me see if I can get it closer. But this was $9.97. I just like it. I don't like it enough to keep it. I will, you know, take this to the flea market and sell it unless it is, you know, it could get some decent prices online, which then I will take it out of the frame. Hopefully it is not glued to the mat. and get a tube. It could be either mailed by the tube or flat cardboard. That would work as well. So that's pretty easy to ship like that. But I really like the look of it. I think it has a nice look. It's from the 80s, but that's all right. So yeah, if any of you have ever seen anything like this, can maybe decipher that name. I have to do a little bit more research, play around with the spelling, and I might be able to find it. But this was a good find. Often at the Goodwills that I go to, you find your typical clown pictures or your Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Walmart art. So I like this. I like the colors of it and the lines. That's nice. So not too bad. Found a few things that I was not expecting. For me, when I go to Goodwill, sometimes it's difficult because I don't sell the hard goods like the coffee mugs and the bowls and housewares and things like that. I look for more of the different items. But with the holidays coming up, such as Halloween and Thanksgiving, I probably should get out there more and see what vintage goodies they do have and they do put out. So I hope you enjoyed this trip to Goodwill with me. Stay tuned for more adventures with Paper Red Moose, flea market. What else? Flea market, I think. 2 flea markets maybe. You never know. So thank you for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe. If you click on that little bell button, then you will always be notified of when I post a video. So hope you have a great day, and until next time, see you all later.